Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just under 5 months away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of fans are really looking forward to is, of course, the Jedi, the Sith, and the Force lore, and how that's all going to be utilized in this story by director J.J. Abrams, and how it's really going to benefit some of the main characters like Rey and Kylo Ren in this story from start to finish of the plot of this film. Now, on top of all of this, we do know that the Sith lore is going to be a main focus in the second act of Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intriguing, involving Kylo, the Knights of Ren, and even Darth Plagueis. Now, specifically, a description of Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren traveling into an abandoned Imperial base, where it's said that they have discovered one of Palpatine's vaults in the Outer Rim that contains many secrets that were locked away by Sidious many years ago. It's described that eventually Kylo enters Palpatine's vault, where he begins to discover many ancient Jedi and Sith relics from many years ago that were retrieved from around the galaxy, one of which is said to be the statue of Darth Plagueis, where an ancient Sith language is said to be written below the statue. One of the Knights of Ren are said to hold a book where they are able to translate the text, where it's said that it reveals a secret identity of Darth Plagueis, where Plagueis would go by the name of Nashu Takar. Though it's said that Plagueis also went by the name of Hugo Damask, he also went by the name of Nashu Takar, where he used the name as an alias during his travels to other regions of the galaxy under the order of Nile Ren. It's said that this is Disney's way of exploring a setup to Plagueis and his backstory, as well as exploring ancient Sith names from many years ago that will be introduced in the film. So let's go over a couple of parts about this, because this side of Star Wars really is very intriguing of how it's really going to attract a lot of hardcore fans. Now, as of right now, in canon, we know little to nothing about Darth Plagueis. In Legends, we know a lot about that character. But in canon material, we don't even know his species. So they're really starting over with the character of Plagueis, of having two alternative names besides just Darth Plagueis, one of which being Hugo Damask, which we already knew in canon, and of course in Legends, and of course the other one is this name Nashu Takar, that he used as an alias when he explored other regions of the galaxy under the orders of Nile Ren. Now, in case you guys did not know, they're also redoing exactly who Darth Plagueis' master really was, where now in the Disney canon, it's going to be this character named Nile Ren, who was also said to be the master of Snoke, well before the events of course, the prequels and everything related to the Skywalker saga. So what they're really trying to aim for here between JJ and George Lucas, you can really tell that they're actually trying to bring a little bit more light to what Palpatine talked about briefly in Episode 3 to Anakin Skywalker about Darth Plagueis. And I think what's so exciting about this is that it's really going to change our view of Revenge of the Sith and how we examine the dialogue by Palpatine to Anakin Skywalker and what it all really means. And the fact that Darth Plagueis also goes by the name of Nashu Takar, it is a very interesting name, I will admit. It's actually said to be ancient Sith language, or an ancient Sith name, if you will, that Plagueis used as an alias by the orders of Nile Ren. Now, in case you guys did not know, Nile Ren was said to be inspiration. He was said to be the actual inspiration of the creation of the Knights of Ren. They are actually said to be the ones that worship the actual character from many years ago, and why they're actually called the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren, etc. So, on top of all of this, we do know that this film is very important to Disney and Lucasfilm. We do know that they're really trying to cater to a lot of fans, whether you're a casual, new, or hardcore fan. They're really trying to explore all mediums of the franchise, using comics, books, and novels as inspiration from both canon and legend sources, as well as other, concepts out there as well, such as abandoned ideas that never made it to the final cut of certain movies that are going to be a part of Episode 9 as well. So, this movie really has a lot of potential to mark itself down as the best of the sequel trilogy, and I think that's one of the reasons as to why a lot of fans are very curious and fascinated about this film, is because of its potential. Coming out of The Last Jedi and the backlash it received, I think a lot of Star Wars fans around the world are really just crossing their fingers that J.J. Abrams will be able to knock this one out of the park and create something incredible for the fans that's really gonna basically allow fans to talk about it for years on end and look back at it as a legendary movie. Now, would it really serve as the best Star Wars film in history? That's a bit of a stretch, I believe. I don't think it'll be to that extent. I think it does have potential of being the best of this current trilogy, without a doubt. Now, the Jedi, the Sith, and the Force lore, everything all together here, it really seems like that they're really trying to make up for what we did not get in The Last Jedi. In The Last Jedi, it seems like that's what we would have received, but we didn't. But they will be exploring a lot of those aspects in this film. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.